What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, then I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments down below, guys, I would love to see a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, today we're doing another request build. And it comes from Jordan, as many of these requests, especially for the Portland Trailblazers players. You know, he's requested a lot of those. And Kevin Duckworth is one of those players that a lot of people forget about. Um, but Duckworth, I mean, the thing is about Kevin Duckworth, if you were to go try to look up his highlights, it would probably just be a bunch of videos about like unorthodox shots or ugly shots or things like that, because he did have a kind of an awkward shot. It wasn't your normal shot, but he was able to knock it down. He was a really good mid-range shooter, and he was really good at finishing around the basket as well. And he was solid at post defense as well. A lot of people overlook that. I think he wasn't a huge shot blocker or anything, but he was definitely a big body, and he was very difficult to move around on the post. So yeah, I mean, if you've never seen him play, I would definitely recommend just going checking out some of his highlights. I'm sure that there's some there. Like I said, you're probably going to see a lot of videos though about ugly jump shots and things, because that's one thing that Duckworth was known for. He did have like I said, a very awkward and strange shot, but he was very lethal with it. So let's get right into this build. Now, guys, I would go, me personally, I would just go with this, simply because I don't feel like you get that. I don't feel like you get that mid-range shot that you would need with the Duckworth build. But with this, you do get a decent one. And of course, for the physical profile, we're going to go well-rounded, because you're not worried too much about speed with this build. Now, we are going to max out your close shot, your standing dunk, and your post hook. And then for your shooting, we're going to max out your mid-range, we're going to max out your free throw, and we're going to max out your post fade. And again, that's just to get those, those badges. So here we're going to take this up to 51. Then we're going to max out the post control, because like I said, he was decent in the post. And we're going to max out that interior defense, lateral quickness. We're going to take block up to just 50. Went way past what I was intending to do there. And then we're going to max out your offensive and defensive rebounding. So if you look at this, guys, you're going to have 10 finishing badges, 29 shooting, which is, a pretty good layout. Now, I know, some people, like with the Embiid, they said you didn't need that many shooting badges. But, that's primarily what you're going to be focused on with this build, so you do want those. Now for this, guys, I'm just going to leave the wingspan here, because we don't really need the increases to defense or anything, because like I said, he wasn't a horrible defensive player, but he wasn't like, an elite defender either. So I feel like with a interior defense of 80, you're going to be very, very good. You're going to be able to hold your own in the post. You're going to be able to rebound well. So I feel like it's really good the way that it is. For the takeover, guys, we're just going to do post score. I feel like that's a really good one. And you have built a finisher. And I do like the shades of Patrick Ewing. I feel like him and Patrick Ewing, they were both really good mid-range shooters from the same era. But Patrick Ewing, he was just so skilled in other ways that Duckworth just... the main thing with Duckworth, guys, if I'm honest, is, he had weight issues. He was always a bit heavy, kind of like Zion and Barkley and guys like that. Whereas Barkley was able to overcome it. And Zion's yet to be seen if he's going to be able to overcome it. Unfortunately, Duck just wasn't able to. But he was still a very effective player. But I feel like, if he played around 250, 240, somewhere in that area, I feel like he would have been a much more productive player. That's really just my take on it. But he was, like I said, he was a really, really good shooter as it was. And I'm not sure why I did that. I do apologize, guys. Um, it's just, yeah, I've been dealing with allergies, and that's why I've kind of not did a video in a bit, and I do apologize about that. But, hey, hoping the allergies kind of die down a bit. So, guys, with any center build or power forward build, I'm going to use the same ones that I've told you, that I feel are the best. You don't necessarily have to use these, but I feel like these are the best, and they work really, really well off one another, which is fast twitch, grace under pressure, and rise up. And then we're going to also just put on hook specialist, just as something. Now for this, we're going to do catch and shoot, because that's very important with this build. I feel like difficult shot, not fade A, so I thought that was dead eye for some reason. Blinders, dead eye, hot zone hunter. Those are ones that you definitely want. So blinders, catch and shoot, dead eye, and difficult shots are really, really good ones that I feel like you should have on this build. Also, I feel like you could do slippery off ball, set shooter, and you could just do volume shooter on bronze. Slippery off ball is good because, well, not only is that going to help you to move around and potentially get open, but it's going to help you with getting rebounds and things as well, on the offensive end. And you do have that lower offensive rebounding rating, that would help you a great deal. For this one badge, guys, because this build, you're going to be so dependent on your shot. I feel like glue hands is very important on this build. And then for this, the one defensive badge, guys, it really depends on you. Me personally, I would go either intimidator or rebound chaser, but you could go either way. I feel like intimidator is just such a good badge to have on a big man. And there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a good Kevin Duckworth build. Like I said, if you've never seen Kevin Duckworth play, go check him out. He was a really, really good shooter, especially for the era that he played in. And he wasn't someone that shot threes, but his mid-range game, it was very good. He had a really, really good mid-range game, and he was just a solid player. A lot of people forget that he was a big part of that Portland team. It was more than just Clyde Drexler. A lot of people forget, that there's guys like Terry Porter, Kersey, Buck Williams, Duckworth, Cliff, guys like that were a part of that team. It's sad that so many people just forget about them or overlook them because, the only superstar was Clyde Drexler. But, that entire squad was really, really good. One of my favorite teams. And, like I said, Duckworth was a big part of that. He was a big body, and like I said, he had a good shot, for that time. So I would definitely say check him out. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of videos of just crazy shots, and I get that because his shot was just a little bit weird. But just check out his highlights. I'm pretty sure that the Trailblazers probably have a few highlights out there of him. He was a really, really good player. And, like I said, I feel like if he could have kept his weight issues a bit under control, because I think at one point he got over like 300 pounds. But if he could have kept that weight in check, I think he could have been a really good player, and he could have definitely made more than I think the 2 All-Stars that he did make. So yeah, check him out. Guys, if you like the video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. If this is content that you enjoy, I'd recommend subscribing to the channel. And in the comments below, guys, let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.